Hey everyone, it's Zane, and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. Now, like my last tag video, I wasn't actually tagged, but everyone was doing this tag, so I really want to do it as well. Please don't judge me. This video was created by Chapmy and Ellie, so I will leave a link to their video down below. The first question is, what is the best book you've read so far this year? I've read quite a few great books this year, however, it's really no contest. It has to be Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I know I've talked about this book so much on my channel, but it is actually that good. It's like the 12th book in the Shadowhunter world, and it's absolutely amazing. The characters are great, the plot's great, the writing's great. I had so much trouble finding any faults with it. So if you haven't read the Mortal Instruments series, definitely give the first two books a try. I'm saying first two just because the first book in the Mortal Instruments series isn't amazing, but I think the second one is great, and the third one is even better than that. And it just kind of continues like that. So definitely give the Mortal Instruments a shot because they are absolutely wonderful. I'm so glad I read all of them just so that I could read Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows. The next question is, what is the best sequel you've read so far in 2017? The best sequel that I'm actually currently reading is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Again, I don't need to sell this series to you guys. It's wonderful. This book is even better than the first one. And I haven't even gotten to the end, which is supposedly supposed to be the best part. The one thing I really like is there's no such thing as a side character in these books. In every other book I've read, there's gonna be side characters. It's just normal. But even the characters that don't get a lot of airtime in Cassandra Clare's book, you still have a connection to them. They're still rounded and they're still nuanced, and I really, really like that. For me, I'm big on characters, and that's kind of what sells the story for me, and that's why I really, really enjoy her books. The next question is, what is a new release that you haven't read yet but want to? For this, I'm going to go with The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. Rick Riordan, like Cassandra Clare, can do no wrong for me. I know he's been getting a lot of criticisms for his books being formulaic, and I do have a lot to say about that, but overall, his books are just so engaging and so humorous. There's also a lot of emotional moments in his books. The first book in the series follows our main character, Apollo, who's actually been cast down from Olympus for disobeying Zeus. It's really funny. He has to, live in a teenager's body, and he has to kind of navigate what the real world is like. It's just full of fun, and one thing I like is the books kind of took a darker turn, which is really interesting to see as it is still a middle grade novel. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to reading The Dark Prophecy. I will be doing full book reviews on both the first and second book in the series. The next question is, what is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year? Again, I know I've only mentioned two authors for the first 5 questions, but it has to be The Dark Ship. The Ship of the Dead by Rick Riordan. Again, Rick Riordan's a great author. One thing I really like about his new series, Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, is that he really upped the diversity. I just found that it was such a key element of the book, and while it didn't overshadow anything else, it was still relevant, and that's always great to see. The next question is, what was your biggest disappointment this year? For this one, I'm actually going to go with The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. I was shocked. Now, I know I said Cassandra Clare can do no wrong. However, there was just something about the Bane Chronicles that was lacking for me. I don't know if it was because it's a collection of novellas, or if it was because a lot of our favorite characters weren't actually in the book. I actually had to DNF it for now. I might still go pick it up if I'm having Cassandra Clare withdrawals, which is very likely in the near future. The next question is, what was your biggest surprise this year? For me, it had to have been History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Now, looking back at my videos, I actually said 2 different things about this book. In one video, I said it wasn't for me, and then in another video, I said I really enjoyed it. I think that kind of sums up how I feel about this book. While I did enjoy it, there were definitely some issues with it. What I did like is, it was diverse, but the diversity wasn't the main focus. It was a big surprise for me just because I expected to fully love it wholeheartedly. But again, that happens sometimes where you have mixed feelings about a book, and that's perfectly fine. The next question is, who is your favorite new author? For this one, I'm actually going to go with Adam Silvera. Again, I always have mixed feelings about those books. However, they were still great. I still gave them 4 out of 5 stars. So I still did enjoy them, and I'm still looking forward to reading some of Adam's future books. The next question is, who is your newest fictional crush? It didn't really change this year. I hadn't read a book and just fallen in love with one of the characters, so for me it didn't actually change. The next question is, who is your newest favorite character? For this, I'm going to go with George from Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Maureen Johnson, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Robin Wasserman. I absolutely love George from this book. He is just such a great character. So kind and so genuine. He didn't play such a huge part, but I really, really liked him. Cassandra Clare just has a way of writing these characters who you can't help but either really, really love or really, really hate. And he was just so endearing, and it was great to see him in this book. The next question is, choose a book that made you cry. This was actually surprisingly easy for me. I don't usually cry reading books, but for me, Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy made me cry. I can't really say why without spoiling it. I'm just gonna say, read Cassandra Clare's books. They're wonderful. I know I've mentioned her like at least 7 times, and that's probably really awful and boring for you guys. I'm so sorry. The next question is, name a book that made you happy. For this, I'm gonna go with The Bronze Key by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I'm so sorry. I'm awful. It made me happy because it was just such an endearing middle grade. It had so many elements that I enjoy, like magic, elemental control, friendship, coming of age. It was just great all around. I actually have a full book review for it, so I will leave a link to that down below. I think I missed a question, which was, what was your favorite book review that you've done this year? It has to be The Bronze Key, which I just mentioned, by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. Looking back, it was pretty trash, but it was my first book review, so I just love it for that reason. I actually can't wait to do more of them in the future. The next question is, what is the most beautiful book you've bought this year or received? For this, I'm gonna go with A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. Just like, look at it if you can even see it. It's just so pretty. Can't wait to actually read this book because I've only heard great things about it. The next question is, what books do you want to read by the end of the year? I have 71 books on my TBR, which is absolutely ridiculous, I know. But a few of the books I want to read in the near future are A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin. I also am thinking of rereading Trials of Apollo so that I can read The Dark Prophecy, as well as The Hammer of Thor. The next question is, who is your favorite book community member? There's so many cool people I've engaged with on BookTube. I'm actually going to combine this with who I'm tagging for this video. You know, for the longest time, I thought I was on BookTube for the wrong reasons, but then once I started talking to some really cool people, that all kind of changed for me, so thank you so much to those people. And I'm going to be tagging Michael, I can't say your full channel name, I'm really sorry, Unicorn from the Bookish Land, A Beautiful Page, Lydia Fuo, Akio Books, and anyone else who wants to do this video, you've been tagged. I'm sorry if this video was kind of long, there were a lot of questions for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I post new videos every week, so if you want to be notified for when I post a new video, be sure to hit subscribe and I will see you soon with a new one.